Are you ready to embrace the prime time of your life with a well-deserved retreat? I'm thrilled to invite you to a special retreat on beautiful Bald Head Island, co-hosted by myself and the amazing Terri Orr, a food expert and wellness coach. Together, we're creating a retreat that nurtures and nourishes your body, mind, and soul. We have so much to share on this episode, so let's get started. Welcome to the Youthful Older Yogi podcast. I'm MJ Waddell, your yogi host and founder of Share Yoga. I've been practicing, teaching, and loving yoga for over 25 years. I'm an advocate of movement, creativity, and staying healthy in mind and body in the prime time of your life. It's never too late to start, and there's a lot of healthy years ahead. So let's start now. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Youthful Older Yogi. I'm MJ Waddell, creator and founder of Share Yoga, and I'm really excited about this podcast episode. It's already January. We're filming this January 5th, and we're 5 days in, and I'm here with my friend Terri Orr, and we are going to be hosting a retreat in September 2025. At it in Bald Head Island, North Carolina. And this episode is to talk about the retreat, to talk about our experiences with the retreat, our intention behind the retreat, and just to give you a lot of information about the retreat and to share our excitement about being hosts of this retreat, which we've both wanted to do for quite a while. So I'm really happy you've tuned into this episode. Please share it with other people that you think might be interested. It's a women's only retreat. Sorry, guys. Maybe in the future it'll be for guys as well. But Terri, thank you so much for being here. And I'm excited you'll be by my side during the retreat.
You're welcome. I'm really excited to be here and talk about our retreat.
Perfect. Well, first, I just want to, I wrote down a few things about our intention for the retreat. So we've named it Nurture and Nourish. And I almost wanted to add another N, nature, because it's in this coastal, beautiful, exquisite coastal setting off the coast of North Carolina. And it's really designed for gracefully aging women, as Terri and I are, and really who want to take time together in community and feed their bodies and their spirits with movement, island exploration, and healthy plant-based meals. That's Terri's end. So Terri is the food expert, and she's going to be preparing plant-based whole foods during it's 5 days, 4 nights during the retreat. And that's what I'm really excited about. And it's also an opportunity for you to retreat from all the doing that you do in your lives and just to being in nature, being with a community of like-minded women. And also, we wanted to make this more of a retreat vacation, so it's not necessary. We're going to have planned activities, but you can choose whether you want to do the activities or not. There's so much to do on the island, and once you get there by ferry boat, there are no cars, so there are no cares, only golf carts, bicycles, and on foot is how you explore the island. It's about 5 miles long, 2 miles across, and once you arrive there by ferry, you're already saying goodbye to your worries and your stresses, because it's about a 20-minute ferry ride to Bald Head Island, and it's just, you're going to feel your shoulders go like this. So it's a very magical island. I've been vacationing there over 15 years with my family, so I know the island very well. And I just want to share the beauty and the serenity with others. And I finally have a space to hold retreats. So this is very exciting for me. And it's a dream coming to fruition. It's a subtropical island. You can Google it at the end in the show notes. I will have all the links you can see. I'm going to explain more about that as we go. But it has beach, it has marsh, and it's a tropical maritime forest. So it's a really diverse ecological system there, and it's conservancy and conservation is their main focus there. So it's so good. There's no traffic, so it really forces you to slow down and to connect with nature. Um, so that's a little bit about Bald Head Island. And so Terri, thank goodness, is going to be with me preparing the whole-based plant-based cooking the meals. And so Terri, I wanted to ask you first how, or if you could share your story with our listeners about how you became a food expert, a foodie. She's also a health coach, well-being health coach as well. So could you just share with our listeners a little bit about how you came to love your food?
Sure. So I've always been a foodie at heart. So I promise you that anything that I make is going to taste good because that's so important to me. A lot of people think that eating healthy is eating carrot sticks. And I do like carrot sticks, but I will make a delicious, healthy dip to go along with that. So I think it started back in my childhood. I always had an interest in health and in medicine. You'd catch me reading medical books. I always thought, what am I going to be when I grow up? I thought I'd be a doctor someday. But then I really realized that my interest was in health and in healing. My mother, who was so dear to me, she suffered her whole life from different health ailments. She had post-polio and she also had a weakened immune system. So throughout my whole life, I watched her suffer with different ailments. And she was always so wonderfully positive, no matter what she was going through. And it really gave me a perspective on life of how important your health is to you. You know, when you just don't feel good, I'm the biggest baby. If I have a little head cold, I'm miserable. So I really admire people that struggle through health issues and remain positive. So I thought I better just stay healthy. And so as I researched healthy living, I started practicing yoga over 25 years ago. So I've had a regular yoga practice, and I have to say MJ is one of my very favorite yoga teachers. So I'm thrilled to be doing this retreat with her. We're going to have great yoga as well. But as far as my journey, I started thinking about how do I stay healthy as I age? How do I stay healthy throughout my life? So yoga was my first introduction to being healthy. And then I started really thinking about what is it that I'm putting into my body? What is it that I'm eating? And how does that affect me mentally, physically, and how does it affect how I age? And I continued to research. I got a certification in well-being and healthy living and coaching. That focus was mostly on prime time health, so people over 40. So my focus really is on how do you prevent diseases, or if you're ill, how do you stay healthy throughout them? So I've learned so much about healthy living and healthy eating, and I thrive. I feel energetic. I am always told I look younger than I am. My daughter's going to be 30 next month. And people are like, I can't believe you have a child that's 30. So I'm really excited to share it with you as we unfold this beautiful retreat.
I wanted to pop in and thank you for listening to The Youthful Older Yogi. I love bringing you great guests, education, and ways to stay youthful in mind and body. If you love the show and want to help me make it even better, please consider becoming a supporter. You get to choose how much and how often you give, and there's no commitment. And remember, I donate a portion of every dollar I receive to charity. For 2025, I've chosen United Nations World Food Program. Just click the support button in the show notes. And just as helpful is sharing the show with others. Thank you again so much for listening. And now let's get back to the podcast.
Yeah, I love that. And I've never heard the expression prime time health. And that actually means over 40?
Yes.
Prime time. I like it. It's good, positive wording. Yes. Because there's so many healthy years ahead of us. And yes, Terri looks young. I'm just celebrating my 65th birthday. I feel like there's so many years ahead. I don't think of that number until people remind me, you're 65. I'm like, next, please. Yes. Yes, I'm 65. It's awesome. So, and Terri and I have had this conversation before about how our nutritional needs change as we lean into our later years. And she's done a lot of research and study about that. And this retreat is really, it's designed for women prime time women. Let's use that term. I love it. For prime time women that are leaning into their later years. And we both know and have experienced many physical changes as well as mental changes. So that's what this retreat is based on. The nurturing part will be the yoga and the meditation. Trust me, it won't be any crazy yoga. Okay, it'll be very functionally based yoga. And once again, it's only if you want to participate in it. And then, and the meditation, this isn't where we're just going to be sitting and meditating. We'll be meditating out in nature and in different venues on the island, because nature is the best for me. Nature is the best way. You're already meditating the minute you step out into nature. That's how I feel. With Terri's expert knowledge about the food, what's going to be really special about this retreat is that every dinner time we're going to have a community meal, and she's going to teach you how to prepare certain dishes, certain plant-based recipes. So you can learn and you can help prepare if you want, or you can just watch and then eat. But you'll go away with also a little notebook of all the recipes that Terri has shared with you that are simple and easy, and also they taste fantastic. So Terri, can you share maybe one of the ideas you have for one of the community dinners?
Sure. I'm really excited to share how easy it really is to prepare healthy, whole food, plant-based meals. I looked for recipes that aren't a lot of strange ingredients that you're not going to find at your local stores. I look for healthy seasonal produce to use for the items, and a sense of community for us to have the opportunity to share that will be very exciting. One of the thoughts I had was I'd make some delicious summer spring rolls that are filled with fresh produce, along with a sesame ginger bok choy noodle dish that I'd love to share with everyone.
Well, alrighty. I don't cook. I boil and I microwave, which is horrible, but that's how I eat. I do have this great app on my phone. It's called Yuka, Y-U-K-A. So at least when I'm buying something that's in frozen food or whatever, I use that app and it rates it, and to a very bad, a good, or an excellent. So I will say I have shifted my microwave meals to only the excellent ones, and I found a few of them. So it makes me feel a little better, but I'm excited. I will prepare something if it's easy, and I'm also single, so it's, cooking for yourself is no fun. Cooking together is fantastic. So I'm really, really excited about that. And so what Terri and I have come up with was that for breakfast, it'll be like a breakfast buffet. You can choose what you want. Terri will put out an array of specific breakfast foods that are plant-based. Is that correct, Terri?
Correct.
Yeah. So you can start your day off, with whatever you want. Lunch will be on your own. And then in the afternoon, we're going to have planned activities. The island has many different places you can stop and get a snack or whatever, or you can just take a snack from where we'll be staying, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. And then every night, well, there'll be 3 nights because it's a 4-night stay. The first night, we're going to do something a little different when you arrive. And then the 3 nights, the community dinners, that's when Terri will be moderating. It'll be like a cooking show. It'll be like a retreat cooking show. And she'll be sharing you the preparation, the nutritional value, all of that. And then as a group, we will have a community dinner. And then also there's some nighttime activities planned out in nature. So it's going to be so cool. And what can you share just a couple things about what you've learned, Terri, about nutritional needs for women as we go into prime time? I got to use that new language.
Sure. So, you know, we're constantly changing, and our bodies are constantly changing. And when I think back to how I ate in high school, and I would go out to the hot dog cart and, you know, have a scooter crunch every single day, and I seem to just stay slender and active. And then as you age, your body changes, your metabolism changes, your sleep need changes, even the amount of food you need changes as you age. For women, as we go through, you know, post and perimenopause, there's a lot of changes in the hormones in our body, and the things we eat can really make those transitions better for us. They can help us sleep better at night. They can help with hot flashes. They can help with all kinds of ailments that come our way as we age.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm just more aware of it. I think we are both yoga teachers, and we both have been practicing yoga for many years. And so we're very in tune to our body. And I bet, Terri, you already said it, that once you start to eat healthy, you really feel a difference. It's, you know, I mean, I grew up on bologna sandwiches, which is like, it's poison. It's basically poison. But back then, who knew, you know? So, and Terri, you've been on some retreats outside of the United States. And I wanted you to share just a little bit about the really good points of these two. I think you went to Greece and you went to Italy, the good parts of the retreat and the not so good parts of the retreat, and what you've learned to bring into this retreat.
I've been fortunate to have the opportunity to do several retreats in my life. It is something that I've never regretted spending my money or my time on. I've made friends that I have stayed friends with for years from some of the retreats that I've done here in the US as well as abroad. It really gives me a chance to turn everything off and be in a different space for a little bit of time. It gives me the opportunity to be with like-minded people. It gives me the opportunity to breathe and be in nature and find a little peace from my busy corporate world job. So I love retreats, and all of them have been wonderful. But there's certain things about a retreat that I look for if I'm interested in doing a retreat. And one thing is staying in the same space. I went to Costa Rica, and it was a wonderful trip, but we were in a different space every single day, and you're rushed and you don't get to enjoy as much, because as soon as you're in one place and enjoying it, it's time to pack up and to go to the next place. So I love the idea of being, once you're put, everything's taken care of. Like you said, once they get on this island with us, there's nothing they're going to have to worry about. Everything is going to be planned for them, including having enough food around the house that we probably will have leftovers from dinner. You know, there'll be enough healthy snacks, so there'll be nothing that you have to think about once you are with us in this beautiful space. So being in the same space is really, really important to me. The other thing that's really important to me is not being overscheduled. And that's another thing that we want to offer you. We want to offer you a time to do what you'd like to participate in and be on your own the whole time, if that's what you prefer. I really like that about a retreat. I don't want to be overscheduled every minute so that I feel exhausted when I'm done. So we want to offer you enough entertaining things that if you want to be active, you can be active, or you just want to sit with a great book and look at a great view, you'll have the opportunity to do that as well. So I think that those are really some of the important things, and good food's really important to me. So that's what I'm going to add to your retreat. We all know when we travel, we're off sometimes. I want my stomach to be happy. I want to feel energized. I want to feel good when I get up in the morning. So I'm going to offer you a lot of healthy food options to nourish you during this retreat, and they're going to taste good too.
Yes. And if you're worried about, oh, it's all, you know, vegan or plant-based, there's lots of places on the island. You can go get a burger, whatever you want. Like, there's tons of options. So please don't worry about that aspect of it. And yes, the house that we'll be staying in, it's a house. So it is a six bedroom, 3.5 baths. Really 4.5, because there's an outdoor shower. So and it's a beautiful, completely renovated house in 2020 from the it's lovely. And we're limiting it to 8 women. So there's 6 bedrooms, but it depends on how you want to be in the bedroom, either shared or private. there's 3 bathrooms. So if we have 10 of us, we will have to share bathrooms. We can't do private bathrooms for just 1 or 2 people, and then the other 8 people sharing 1 bathroom. But I can assure you that this house is beautiful. I'm going to, in the show notes, of course, send the links and the brochure so you can see where you're staying. It's on a cul-de-sac. The name of the house is called American Dream, and it overlooks a golf course in this beautiful lagoon. This lagoon has this one alligator that suns itself every day. It's got turtles that come out and sun themselves, and you're far away. Don't worry about it. So it's so nice, and literally it's like a 1-minute golf cart ride to the beach, right? So it's a small island, or you can just walk, basically. So it's very, very comfortable. And I wanted to, let's see if I can, well, I'm not sure. If you're watching on YouTube, I'll put a few pictures up from Bald Head Island. But the accommodations, once again, there's 6 bedrooms, just briefly. There's an expansive porch around the house where we can, if weather permitting, we do outdoor yoga. There's also other venues where we can get on our golf carts with our yoga mats, if that's something you like, and we go to another part of the island and practice yoga. And so there's 3 levels. There's a lower level, a main level, and a loft. And really, it's a very comfortable, it's got a big community space where it's not a community space. It's a big, expansive, open concept, living room, kitchen, sliding glass doors, views. It's just stunning. Because I wouldn't want to stay in anything less than this if I was coming. And you're right, Terry said, once you get on the ferry, we pick you up in a golf cart from the ferry, we take you to the house, and you're there. You don't have to worry about anything. You'll go into your bedroom, you'll have your space, we'll have island tours and whatever, it's just fun to explore. So I want to just assure you that the accommodations are completely comfortable. You won't be in any cots. You'll be in really comfortable beds, ranging from a twin bed to king bed. And like I said, it was completely renovated, and you can go and visit on the website, which I will show in the show notes. And just quickly, we just kind of said what a typical day, an example of a daily schedule would be. And again, this is all on your own if you want to or you don't want to. So in the AM and the PM, there'll be yoga and meditation. So we'll start each morning with a centering yoga session to awaken and calm your body and just prepare a really great intention and tone for your day. We'll end the day with a relaxing, restorative practice. It might be at the house, it might be at the beach, it might be, who knows where it'll be. And I'll be leading those sessions. And then again, the breakfast buffet, where you can nourish and fuel your body with all the great stuff that Terri will be preparing. And get ready for your adventure on the island, either together as a group or on your own. And then, so that during the afternoon, it's a great time to connect with nature. You can spend time exploring on the island in the group, like I said, on your own or in the group. You can join Terri on a nature walk. They have, it's called Old Baldy Lighthouse. It's the oldest lighthouse in North Carolina. Interesting enough, it has 108 steps to the top and 108 mala beads. If you're a yogi, you kind of understand what that is. So there's kayaking there. There's the beach, of course. There's a turtle conservancy there, which there's lots of hatchlings, and people come during the summer and they watch the turtles hatch. And actually on the island, you have to turn your lights off at night. Everyone, it's the law that you can't have your lights on if you're near the beach, so the turtles don't get confused. So, or you can just hop on a golf cart or a bike and go exploring, and there's just so many adventures. So, and then tonight, and then when we come back, the community dinner, like I said, Terri will be preparing and teaching you how to do this. And again, you can choose to help with the prep, or you can just sit back have a glass of wine, and then eat. So it's not a necessary thing. You have to cook, you have to do yoga, you have to do meditation. You don't have to do, like Terry said, you could just bring a couple books and sit and read for, 4 days. So that's what the day will look like. And so it's a small retreat because it's the house accommodates 12, but we thought 10 would be a good number. There's a possibility if you bring a friend, we're going to have some early bird specials and things if you bring a friend or if you sign up before this time. Registration is going to start at the end of January. So please subscribe to my website. It's shareyogawithmj.com, shareyogawithmj.com, and subscribe to my newsletter because that's where I'll be sending all the information and how you can register and all of that. So please subscribe so I can keep everything in one place and we can keep everything in one place. There is already some interest in it. So I know September seems a long way away, but we know how fast time goes. So look towards the end of January when registration is up and ready to go. Also, if you have any questions or anything, you can book a conversation with myself and with Terry. We're happy to, do a Zoom conversation or a chat conversation with you over the phone if you have any other questions. I know this is a big general thing, general episode about the retreat at Bald Head Island. Oh, I think I should give you the dates. It's September 9th through the 13th. So you'd arrive on a Tuesday and then you would leave on a Saturday. Okay, so it is. And if you are traveling and flying in, you can fly or drive in, however you want to arrive there. The travel is not included. So you would fly into Charlotte, North Carolina. And again, it's Tuesday, September 9th, 2025 to Saturday, September 13th, 2025. So it's a 5-day, 4-night, because if you're going to travel that far, you need at least 3 full days to explore the island and just retreat, nurture and nourish. Terry, did you want to add anything else before we close this episode?
Right, just to your point about you're not going to be sleeping on a cot. And when I think back to some of the retreats that I've taken, that was what I slept on was a cot and, a shared hallway bathroom way down the hall. And it's, it was nice, but it was certainly not comfortable like what we have to offer those that are interested in this retreat. So I'm really, really excited to share. There's no judgment on anything. Like MJ said, if you prefer to go out to eat one night or you want to have a burger, it's a no judgment zone always with me. So no judgment. I'm just going to be there to offer you some options. And I'm so looking forward to it. So if this resonates with you, if you want more information, like MJ said, we're happy to give you any more information you'd like. And we're super excited. I know it's going to be wonderful. And I'm going to put a countdown on my calendar.
Yeah, I already have. So like I said, September, it seems like a long way away, but it's very, time just goes. It just goes. And then you're like, oh, it's September already. So we started planning this about a month and a half ago. And so we're very, very, very excited about it. So, and just so don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. And once again, please subscribe to my website, shareyogawithmj.com, shareyogawithmj.com. And I don't send out too many newsletters, but there probably will be more as the retreat comes closer and closer. And when you subscribe, it doesn't mean you're paying anything. It's just you're getting the newsletter with different information about the retreat and also other things that I do on my virtual yoga site. And then you can unsubscribe at any time. So don't feel like it's it's one more thing in my email box. This is just so I can keep everything in one place and I'm not scattered, because Terry and I are learning to, this is our first of many retreats, and I like the creative side of it, so we're having a good time. The tech side of it and all that, still figuring it out. So patience, please. and, but it'll all come to fruition. So Terri, thank you so much for being here. I'm sure we'll do an updated version later on in the year. So look, as we get closer to the retreat, and then we'll do an episode post retreat about our experiences and maybe have some of the participants on with us. So we are really, really looking forward to it. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Check out the show notes. That'll be lots of information about Bald Head Island and the accommodations and things like that. Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. And until we meet again, keep sharing yoga.
Thank you so much for listening. Now you can go to my show notes on YouTube or Buzzsprout and send me a voicemail or email. I'd love to hear what topics you'd like me to speak about, what your thoughts are on the episodes, and maybe I'll share your message on a future episode. Please subscribe to my website, shareyogawithmj.com, so you can receive my newsletters and be first to know about my retreats, workshops, courses, and freebies. If you navigate on social media, you can find me mostly on Facebook and a bit on Instagram at Mary Jane Waddell. That's Jane with a Y, Jayne. This podcast would not be possible without the help of my editor, Dan Jones from Cocoa Beach Productions. You can find Dan at cocoabeachweb.com. And of course, thanks to my generous guests who share their time, insights, and youthful wisdom. Remember, the Youthful Older Yogi podcast is presented solely for educational, inspirational, and entertainment purposes. It is not intended as a substitute for a physician or other qualified professionals. Okay, yogis, stay well, stay youthful, and keep sharing yoga.